Hey everyone, Gavin here from ultimatereloader.com. In this video, we're going to talk about setup and overview for the Hornady rifle bullet feed system. In the last video, I give you an overview of the system, the different components and parts and pieces. In this video, we're going to talk about setting it up a little bit and a little bit of the theory of operation of the die system, which is kind of at the core of this new Hornady product. Let's get going. At the heart of this new bullet feed system is the new Hornady lock and load rifle bullet feed die. I have another one here that I can take apart to show you how this is put together. The first thing you do is loosen this tightening screw here, and then this collar comes off, which allows you to separate the main part of the die from the upper assembly. Each time the case activates this new die system, it's going to go ahead and pivot the pivot block, which drops a bullet down this ramp. Now when we take a look at the die itself, it is sort of its own cutaway view, which is kind of convenient here. We've got a few different adjustments. Raising and lowering the die in the press will control bullet drop. Then we've also got a crimp and bullet seat depth adjustment here. And the way this works is basically this collar that comes up when the case activates that pivoting block I just showed you. When the pivoting block pivots, the bullet drops down by this mobile seating stem here. It can kind of tip side to side. It's not fixed. And when the bullet drops down below that, it drops into the collet. When the case comes all the way up to the top, it goes ahead and seats and crimps the bullet. So there's a few adjustments here. The instructions all are well documented in the Hornady instruction manual that comes with the press. All right, so looking up here in the top of the bowl, we have the guide plate, which is this aluminum disc here, and then we have the feeder wheel, which goes kind of around the circumference. The feeder wheel is what actually picks up the bullets. I'm going to switch the unit on so you can see what that looks like. So as you can see, these bullets get collated at the bottom and picked up by the feeder wheel. And then these two wipers here basically are responsible to pop the bullets down that are placed the wrong direction. So there's a couple key setup features here. The first is you're going to put a bullet face down on this guide plate, and you basically want it to barely sit there on its own. So basically you can lower the plate until the bullet base down falls off, and then raise it just a little bit until it'll stay put. And you know you're adjusted right if you go to place a bullet the other way and it slips straight down. The feeder wipers up here, you basically want to place close to the bullet so that they almost tip a bullet that's correctly faced, but will tip a bullet that's faced to the opposite direction because the base is fatter up there. So you have to play with it a little bit and experiment until you get the settings right on both of these settings for the bullet in question that you're feeding. Boat tails are going to be a little bit different than flat base bullets, and so on and so forth. And to validate our setup, I'm just going to run a case through the bolt feed die here. We can see here that we had a bullet properly feed and seat, and we can optionally crimp as well. So in this case, we're set up and ready to go. So there's an overview of the new Hornady lock and load rifle bullet feed system. In the next video, we're going to take a look at loading 22 cal. We're going to load some 5.56 rounds on the Hornady lock and load press using both the case feeder and the Hornady lock and load bullet feeder. Stick around.